The news report begins with breaking news at the White House. A scheduled news conference between Donald Trump and Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky canceled after a heated discussion between the two in the Oval Office. About 4 hours ago, the two leaders met to discuss an end to Russia's war in Ukraine and a rare earth minerals deal between the U.S. and the war-torn country. Thanks for joining us on the News at 4. I'm Larry Miller.
And I'm Simone Dialba. This afternoon, the two leaders were expected to sign an agreement giving the U.S. access to the country's rare minerals, which is something Trump wants as payback for billions spent in military aid. But instead, we watched this conversation take a very different turn. About 3 hours ago, President Trump posted on social media about Zelensky, saying in part, quote, he disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he's ready for peace.
Let's listen to some of the key moments from that tense conversation.
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with...
The fact that we're witnessing these two going at it at the Oval Office, I mean, it's remarkable. You know, I mean, I think this is the first time this ever happened, ever, in the Oval Office. We never seen two presidents going at it like this in public, in front of the media. So this is not looking good, especially for Ukraine, because I don't know, but
World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country. This country.
You said thank you once. This entire meeting? No, in this entire
he's not holding back. He's fighting back.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment. If you didn't have our military equipment, this war...
And honestly, this is childish. I mean, the fact that they're doing this in front of the media, going back and forth, shouting over each other, you know, speaking on top of one another, it's extremely childish and very disappointing for both leaders, honestly.
War would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is
maybe less. Obama gave you sheets.
And then Trump was like, maybe sooner. This is very childish. And I mean, if I'm correct, Ukraine is an ally, and Russia is not. So the fact that these two allies are talking to each other like this speaks volume, and it just shows you where things are heading. And Ukraine, needs the U.S. badly. And honestly, the reason why they are able to hold is because of all the aid the U.S. has poured into Ukraine. It's because of us. So it's not looking good for Ukraine. It's not, and this is messy.
In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You gotta be more thankful. You're either gonna make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out.
Remarkable. Remarkable, right? It was a shocking, consequential meeting that's going to be analyzed for months, years to come, after Zelensky was kicked out of the White House. The Ukrainian president.
So they actually kicked him out of the White House. I mean, I don't think that's ever happened. Kicking another president out of the White House. Yikes.
The president posted to social media thanking America, the president, Congress for the support, saying that Ukraine just needs just and lasting peace.
Yeah, well, it's important to clarify what happened in that Oval Office shouting match. As President Zelensky was outlining examples of Russia breaking ceasefire deals over the years and wanting more American guarantees, Vice President Vance said that Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky was not being thankful enough.
That's when the talks quickly devolved. They broke down. That's what you were.
Isn't that childish? Like, when the fact that he asked him, when was the last time you said thank you? I'm pretty sure he has thanked America multiple times. I mean, for him just to come out of that, and just hold that out there. Oh, when was the last time you said thank you to America? I mean, come on, really? So Zelensky never ever thanked America for everything that America has done for Ukraine? I highly doubt it. And this, honestly, this is just extremely childish, coming out of the blue and just asking, oh, what was the last time you said thank you to America? Come on. Extremely childish and very disappointing, in my opinion.
We're watching both President Trump and the Vice President shouting at Zelensky, saying that if it wasn't for the United States, Ukraine would have been overtaken by Russia. At one point,
Well, yeah, that is true. If it wasn't for us, Russia, Ukraine wouldn't stand right now. They wouldn't, they wouldn't be able to hold the way they're holding now. And I think we all know that. And also pouring down, also shoving that in their face. I don't know if that helps the treaty or if that even helps the war. Honestly, I have no idea. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
President Trump alleged that President Obama only gave Ukraine blankets while Trump gave them missiles, but that's not quite true. While President Obama was reluctant to send lethal weapons, we know the administration did provide military equipment along with medical supplies.
Yeah, Vice President Vance at one point also alleged that Zelensky campaigned for Democrats in Pennsylvania last year. But that also is not true. Zelensky visited an ammunition factory to thank them for the aid that they've been sending to his war-torn country.
As we continue to stay on top of this Oval Office meeting and the fallout from it on the Russian invasion, you can count on WUSA 9 for the very latest.
Yeah, like I was saying, this is not looking good for Ukraine. The fact that he got kicked out the house, he got kicked out the White House, it's Zelensky. It's not looking good. The fact that they were both going at it in front of the media, it's not a good look. And you can't imagine, I think we can all imagine Russia smiling right now, especially Putin. He's probably just laughing his butt off at, watching this unfold. So things are not looking good. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.